that Facebook shows up. Hi, everybody. We're assuming we're live on Facebook after yesterday. No one's really sure. We'll find out a little later. My apologies for being late today. That is my fault. You can hear Jax in the background being crazy. Just believe it or not, even though there's a, hey, you crazy kid. Shh. Even though there's a coronavirus, it doesn't mean that life has stopped. So real life stuff like, ants getting into your house is still happening and broken sprinklers. So that was my day so far. But we got some cool stuff to check out and some cool people to introduce. So let's get to that. We'll start up in the right corner. We'll go to Demon Phil and then end with Varian. So Luke Stone, start us off.
Hello, my name is Luke Stone. I'm the writer and creator of Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, now on Kickstarter with the first full arc. You can find me on Twitter at Luke Stone Studio, and you can find me at the Facebook Luke Stone Studios.
All right, and
I'm done.
I'm done. And Demon Phil.
Hey, Demon Phil Locklear on Facebook, part owner in Comics and More, New Jersey, dealing in repurposed damaged comics into jewelry, and then also selling some comics and doing a few other things, and just on here enjoying the show, seeing what's out there.
And of course, we have the one, the only, Varian The Kyd Grant.
Yeah, who's still in quarantine. And hello, everybody out there. Varian Grant here, the co-owner of Last Call Comics. Been so for the last 8 years, and founder of Indie Volt Media LLC. Started making comics way back in 2008. First book I ever published was a little black and white interior action comedy called Psycho Sirens. I'm a father, a husband, a geek, a creator, a publisher, a reluctant taxpayer, sensitivity reader, and artist. Shamefully not in that order. And I'm here with Rob and the gang to talk about comics. Yeah.
Now, some good news for all of us nerds and geeks. Picard is now free for the entire month. If you haven't seen Picard, you can actually get it for free by going to the CBS app. And I heard there's also a 1 month trial. So get it before you get it for free now. Watch all that stuff since you have all that time. But not now, of course. Stick out for what we got going on. Of course, we have our classic Kickstarter Pause. Now, here's how the game is played. The contestants have been announced, and they are all creators in their own rights. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a game where we play the video, and the minute one of them gets bored, we stop. Now, because we have 3 guests, we'll ask the other 2 guests, are you done? Because we have 3 guests, 2 qualifies an immediate stop. So if 2 creators tap out, that's it. We end the video. We only go with that because there's actually 4 of us on the show, and if 2 of them tap out, I guarantee you I'll be the 3rd, and that'll be the 3rd strike. I'm usually the first to tap out, but that's because I have horrible ADHD. Sometimes I forget I'm live and I actually walk away from my computer, and that's why you'll notice dead spots. And I'm like, oh yeah, I was live. Speaking of live, let's get live to Uriel. Is it Uriel? I never did. You've been on, guys, for a while.
Uriel?
Uriel. There, it sounds good.
Uriel.
I'll go for it. Uriel and Goose. Let's check it out. This doesn't have any, if I remember correctly, this is music only. Come on.
Do I raise my hand or just tell you that I'm bored?
Today, just
everybody,
say
it's Hector
over
at Studios, and we are crowdfunding our 2nd issue of Uriel and Goose. So Uriel and Goose is a wacky satirical buddy comedy that deals with topics like GMOs, the agricultural, pharmaceutical, and medical industries, as well as corruption and greed. So the first issue that we published set up a style of random and lighthearted humor that's meant to take on these topics without being heavy-handed. This work is the fantastic brainchild of Gordon Hay. It's illustrated by.
All right, since I was the first one to say I was out, GMOs. The minute you mention a GMO in a comic book, and it could be a great comic book, but you've lost my interest. Because now I feel like this is going to be you preaching to me as opposed to telling me a story. If he had just said something about environmental stories, I probably would have been a little bit better. Luke, you were second to tap out. What'd you think?
Well, there was no pictures. It was just this guy talking, and it sounded a little SJW to me.
Oh, no, he brought up the SJW. Oh,
sorry. Send hate mail, too. Yeah, right.
I'm going to get that banner ready. Varian, what did you, was it the SJWs that chased you off?
Varian's comments today brought to you in part by Johnny Bootlegger. Nice.
It's going to be Drunk Varian. Drunk Varian's fun.
Nice, refreshing drink. I will tell you this. I want to see the art. I want to see the characters. I love that screen. That's the splash screen he has with I'm assuming Uriel and Goose on it. I like that art. Show it to me. I can take your voiceover over some art. You got to sell me on the book first. I got to see the characters. Are you selling yourself for the book? And I need to see the book. I want to see the characters, the art. I wasn't seeing that yet, and that upsets me.
All right, and Demon Phil, what are your thoughts on what you did see?
I mean, I'll completely agree with what's being said on this. I want to see the art as well. My main thing is if you're going to show somebody up there and you're going to show the artist, the creator, something like that, show them making the art would be great. They can go ahead and have the voiceover on that, but they've got to sell what's actually being sold on that. I'm not buying an artist to come here and live with me. I want the actual art is what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for what is the story and why is it hooking me in 10 to 15 seconds or less.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Demon Phil, what if I told you could buy a night with a creator on a Kickstarter? Would you back it?
I can neither confirm nor deny said statement.
We heard of a rumor of a male creator selling himself on his campaign. And I'll be honest, I don't know if a night with him would be a reward or a lifetime of regret. Speaking of great segues, let's segue over to, I'm going to get to drink it. At some point, I'm going to break Varian and he's going to start saying stuff. He's trouble. Enter Blue Star and Stalker. It's quarantine day 13, people. You expected the wheels to come off. Here they come. This is Blue Star and Stalker.
Didn't take long, did it?
Hi, I'm Brad Potts, writer and creator of the Gateway Comics series Stalker. Welcome to our latest Kickstarter to print a new, exciting Stalker adventure, Enter Blue Star. The book is complete and ready to go to printers, except for knowing who of you need to be credited as backers in the book. In our latest issue, a young stranger arrives in the city, endowed with great power and hunted by powerful forces. Taking a break from her day job, Stalker is drawn into the mystery. Is the girl's friend or foe? Primary illustration is by returning artist Fabio Silva. Colors are by a new member of the Gateway Comics team, the talented Bea Navarro. Bea joins us from Rio de Janeiro. She was brought on board at short notice and really saved the day.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done too.
Longtime Gateway Comics artist Blake Wilkie, who was originally commissioned for the cover and coloring duties.
Tap.
Yeah.
For me, since I was the first one, and this is also because I do the program a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start talking about your team on this video, I'm uninterested. Unless you're talking about someone like Stan Lee, Neil Adams, Will Eisner somehow. And those, besides Neil Adams, both of the other creators are dead. I'm just not interested because I'm going to see the work when I get there. You have the opportunity to tell me the story in the beginning of this video, and I don't know anything about the story right now. So, but I will say the art would make me go look. I love his energy, so he's won me over. So I will look at the Kickstarter no matter what. Yeah. He has done a great job of winning me over.
Yeah, I like the art. I'm kind of with the Mr. Demon on like what he said with the last one. I like the idea that he started showing the art and then did a voiceover. I would much rather hear a voiceover over the art than to just look at some dude sitting there in his office chair talking about his comic book.
I want to add something to that. That we seen this video last time, and I think that we kind of I think it was Lola was on that time. We were kind of confused about the guy. He spent a considerable amount of time in the video talking about the colorist who had sadly passed away, and we kind of felt that maybe he was using that as a hook to back the book, but at the same time, now looking at the video again and not taking that into account, when creators are doing these videos, I don't know if it was like, Robert, you're sharing the audio, right? You're not pumping the audio via your speakers. Because the audio seems a little choppy. I'm just wondering if he actually, like the video quality, the sound quality, his voice seems a little strained or almost choppy. Is that in the video, or is that because are you playing through your speakers?
So this is one of those examples of Rob with his ADHD walking away.
Yeah. I'm like, am I still here? Am I online?
Rob has gone to check his other messages, and
he's been.
Sorry.
Right was
I was on mute for like 2 minutes, and I didn't realize I'm on mute. And I'm like, why are you guys picking on me? I'm answering you.
He expected me to be a lot more loquacious at that point. I just wasn't. Well, I mean, are we listening to the sound of your speakers, or are you sharing audio?
I don't think I'm sharing audio on this, but you, like I just said, when no one could hear me, you didn't complain about that when we just played this, and I didn't change how we just played it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So if you didn't complain about it with him, and there is a choppiness to the videos today.
Okay.
But that I'm noticing everywhere on the internet. The internet, Randy's been saying it. The internet might go down because of too much use right now.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I don't even know that there's a way I could actually loop in the audio into this besides letting it play the way I've been doing it. If you know a way, I'll talk to you off camera. Maybe I can prove it.
We'll try that and see. But yeah, it's
Well, tell me if you see the same problem on the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, Demon Phil.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have the artist and everything listed at the bottom, there's no need to go ahead and throw up pictures and go ahead and showcase them up there. I want to see the art. I want to know the story. You've got to have some kind of a hook on that story to go ahead and get a backer to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm pulling the plug. I'm going to go ahead and do this right now. Scrolling through and looking at everything else on there, if it gets you hooked enough to do that, that's great, because then you're looking for what tier you're going to go to. But that video's got to go ahead and hook you right from the beginning. And I'm not seeing from the beginning he was doing well, and then he started putting the artist and everything in there, and it was kind of like, I'm kind of done on that. I don't really see the need on this.
All right, so we're gonna play this video, and if you hear the choppiness, let me know. If I hear it too, though, on my end, there's nothing we can do. So yeah. I'll pay attention too. I won't mute. I was actually just getting Jack something, so I didn't guys want you to hear me go, do you want a go-gurt?
Hi, I'm Stephen Butler, her dad.
And I'm Lily Butler, his daughter.
And together, we're the father-daughter team bringing you
I'm out.
Cool and the Hound of Ulster, a rip-roaring
I'm out too.
comic book that takes its inspiration from...
All right, so for me, I don't need to know about your family thing. I didn't get to play the last couple of weeks. I'm playing today, just because we can make the 3-strike thing, and I'm trying that out. But don't tell me who you are in the beginning. Tell me about the story. Get right to this is the sizzle, and I don't have time for sizzle in my life. I think they're energetic. I've seen the video more in length, but something like this doesn't interest me because you don't start off trying to sell me the book. Imagine walking up to someone's table and they go, "Hey, my name's Rob Anderson, and this is my cousin, and this is my family, and together we are happy." You'd walk the fuck away from my table. You know, you have 10 seconds. You know, oh, hey, hi, I'm Rob Anderson. I am the Unboxable, advocating for underground indie comics, and I create books about fetish monsters and more. What would you like to hear about? Look how quick that is. Come on, that's me. Mm-hmm. Next up is, I think, who tapped out? Demon Phil was next? Demon, did you tap out?
I did tap out, yes.
Third.
Again, same thing. It was just, I don't want to hear about your life story on this. I want to hear about the book. I mean, show me what I've come here to see. I didn't come here to see a family tree. Get directly into what's going on with this. You've got one shot on this. The human nature actually taps out within 20 seconds or less if you're just not interested at all. And that just was even quicker than that on that, because you didn't bring up what you're actually selling again. Everybody forgets you're selling a book, not yourself. So it really just didn't do for me on that one.
Yeah, I was the same way.
Now, fairness to them, I do want to bring this point up, and you can talk right after this. They have 91 people who raised $6,000. That's a good community. So in a case like this, he might just know his fan base is actually showing up for him, and this might be him talking to his fan base. We do see that at times where people have spoken directly to them. Remember that one, Luke, you were on with it, where the guy was talking about all the packages and stuff, and we all thought that he was doing it the wrong way. And I think, Varian, you saw this one too. We click over to his thing, and he made $100,000, and we were like, what the hell? We don't know anything. No, he made like $35,000. He was no cyber frog. He was no cyber frog whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. He definitely has a fan base, because I'm familiar with his work.
Yeah.
I know that he's worked on Spider-Man before. And I also know that he's currently has worked on Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
And I know the other guy that works on one of the other guys that works on Sonic the Hedgehog, and so he certainly has a fan base, and he might be working to those. But for someone like me, who I don't care about names, unless your name is Jack Kirby, I don't give two shakes of a rat's tail. That's the PG version of how you say that, Rob. I don't really care. I don't, and I really, to be honest, I don't care how many backers he's got and how much money he's raised on it, because that doesn't influence me when I'm spending my money on it. If he would come right in with what the story is, with what the art is, if I can see those two things, that's what's going to sell me, because it's the same thing that sells me at the comic stands. You know, when I go to the store, those are the two things that get me. Do I like the way it looks, and does the story seem interesting to me?
Luke, I'm sorry.
That's what's going to get me. And then he could put that family stuff at the end, and I typically tune out people that are a family team.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why.
I missed what you were saying. I was fucking around, and I was not doing the right shit. What were you talking about? Something about using different words?
Nothing. Never mind.
Varian. What did you think?
I did not tap out, but I've seen that video in whole, and like Luke said, they have a fan base. Sonic the Hedgehog fan base is huge. I'm actually shocked that he's only made 6,000.
True.
But at the same time, yeah, I think the video could have jumped in with, we can start the video off with the characters from the book. I want to see the logo. I want to see the main characters. But then again, I mean, this is all advice that they can take for the next one, because they've cleared their goal. So we'll see what happens. But I think they maybe would have had maybe a little bit more money had they just hit us with again, art, the title of the book, and then talking over it.
Yeah, I can't stress enough to people watching this show. This is about your project, not about the team. There's an about section for your team below this. This is hit them hard with the idea.
Yeah.
This is where you put your pitch in. They don't care who you are. You want to know why? Because your name is listed right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right there is where you are. And he did a great job of putting together a great Kickstarter. So I feel comfortable talking about this one a little bit more than usual, because he's done a great job. And again, I think he's talking to his fan base, and I think that's a mistake. I always think that's a mistake. I don't care how much money you're, like Varian said, you're leaving money on the table by not having a new audience.
I recently got some tips from a couple of people from that you have on this panels here that told me you're writing to people that you've created your Kickstarter for people that already know the story. You've got to make it for people that don't know. So you're actually trying to do these for people that aren't in your current fan base. Mm-hmm. And I think when you start out the way he did, it's talking to your fan base. It's not bringing any new readers in.
And it's also easy to make money with fan art. Oh, excuse me, I had a cough.
What?
Fan art. Oh, a lot of fan art. So I'm assuming there's an about section after all this fan art.
Is Rob throwing shade?
Yeah.
Truces only last so long before they start showing wearing.
Man, there's a lot of tears there. That's a lot.
I was about to say, am I on Matt Knowles' Kickstarter?
Does it end?
This is
so. I felt like I walked less in New York City. All right, so here we go. So about the creators section. See, this is the point where you could have put the video here. Hey, we're a duo. I'm second generation. All that's really cool in the about section. You can even mention it. To find out more about us, check out the about section. And then you get to make them look through that 3-mile walk to get to the bottom of the about section. You can show off all that wonderful fan art. So the dude, and then, by the way, we should actually be mentioning, let's see, did they extend? The 7-day extension is now going on. Everyone turn away for a second. I'm going to quickly scroll up, and I know it hurts my eyes when you quickly scroll up a page. All right, so here we go. I'm going to bring it back up. Let's see, did they add the days? No, they did not. So they're actually ending tomorrow. Luke, did you add the 7?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you have to, right? Like, what do you guys think about that real quick? You got.
I'll tell why I had the 7, and maybe these guys have a different reasoning behind that. But I added it for 2 reasons: to add a little extra time for the backers to come up with, so they don't have that money coming out, right away. They've got extra 7 days for it. But also for those that, another 7 days with this whole coronavirus thing, the information changes almost minute by minute. So within 7 days, we'll have a better idea of what our future is going to look like. And so people might be able to decide whether or not they want to cancel their bid, if they want to up their bid, or if other people that were kind of on the fence want to get in. So that 7 days can mean a lot right now in our current culture.
Well said. Well said. Anyone else? Varian, would you add 7 days right now?
I probably would. I mean, at this point, it can't do anything but help. Especially if you're, it can't do anything but help you at this point. It can't. And if you've already got, if you're funded already, go ahead, add 7 days. I've seen campaigns do punk stuff and add 14 days after, even while they successfully kicked, like Indiegogo campaign. They said they were going to close. Everyone was excited, and then they added like 15, 17 days onto it. And
just for the record, that's allowed only on Indiegogo. That's
right.
Normal.
Right.
Normal.
What that does, though, is that sometimes that pisses people off because they're like, well, wait a minute, when are you going to production on it? Because if you were closing this off in 7 days, that 14 days additionally we're going to have to wait. That upsets people sometimes. But I mean, sometimes people think you're being greedy too. If you successfully did a Kickstarter and then you run back up there, you're like, hey, I'm adding 7 days on. I'm like, okay, dude, you funded. What the hell do you want? Yeah.
When you sell more books than everyone around you at a con, do you shut down on Sunday?
If I don't show back up on Sunday, I'm saying I break down nice and early and get the hell out of Dodge.
Only when I sell out.
That's how you get robbed. That's how you get robbed by some of these haters.
No, I keep selling. I'm sorry, but I agree. If I could put 15 days on a Kickstarter, I'd put 15 days on a Kickstarter.
Yeah. I mean, nothing's wrong with it.
Because remember, Indiegogo, you get the money as you go. Once you hit a certain point, they slowly start giving you the money so production could start. I actually like that about Indiegogo and give them credit.
What you could tell people is, look, we are shut with campaigns missing for 14 days. Look, guys, this is not slowing production at all. Everyone, the book is done. We're not pausing for 15 days to get more people. The book is still in production. In fact, I mean, with Indiegogo, you just go into on demand at that point. But, which I think is a lot better. And then extending, because people get this idea that extending means that you're just pausing the campaign and trying to get some more money up. But at the same time, if it's free, 7 days, why not? Deal with ramifications from your customers. You'll find out sooner or later how they.
Well, as long as you're transparent, like I am with every woman who takes a pregnancy test, and I ask them if you've been sleeping around. As long as they're transparent about what's going on, I don't think it's a problem. If you're honest and you're saying I'm continuing this, but you don't have to wait longer, I'm good.
Let me add one thing too, because the liquor has cleared a new level in my head. I want to say this. You go ahead and be brave if you want and extend that Kickstarter campaign. Don't forget, Kickstarter don't collect funds until after you the campaign is closed. So you go ahead and do that stuff if you want. I'm sorry, I'm editing myself. You do that if you want and find out what happens when you hit my credit card in 7 days and the $25 I had reserved for you is no longer there because I had a Big Mac attack.
You do have a point. Now I've ran I've ran Indiegogo campaigns, and I actually have my last book was on demand over there, and so that's pretty nice. But it's a different beast, So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. So the dude has only made $152, but that doesn't mean that, if I remember correctly, that means they're getting money. You have to make $100 on Indiegogo to make money. They don't have a video, and we were on the show the other day, and we were helping a creator learn how to make a better Kickstarter going forward. Remember that adult magazine, Varian?
Yeah, well, I talked to him. I was there.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Remember? Talking about it on the program. Mm-hmm. He'd actually heard me and you talking about it, and then me and you got to help him do better on that. I think that's a service we should all start charging for. Like all of us together, and we're like, we'll make your Kickstarter better, or your Indiegogo.
Kickstarter.
I want to say this. I did not know Lola. I was going to say, I did not know Lola was in a.
It looks like Lola.
I did not. I guess Lola's getting around in all the books now. But I mean, this again. My problem with this is there's nothing colored. So this looks concept. This doesn't have anything that tells me that they've actually done anything to do with a. And I'll be honest, the logo and I just looks.
Yeah, logo looks amateurish, if you know, and it just doesn't. I don't really get what the story's about.
How much were they asking for? I can't tell. Is that $9,000?
$9,094. So that's
and their cheapest tier is $30.
Yeah. And it's a mess. Here, I'll read this. I'll try to make it bigger so you guys can see it too while I'm reading it for everyone in the audience. So here we go. And The Dude is a series about a mercenary martial artist hailed as one of the world's
out.
See? All right. Most beloved heroes who, unbeknownst to everyone, I'm already done. Else is actually just a 16-year-old boy trying. This is like the Power Rangers. Oh my God. Earn money for his mom's medical treatments. But that's sweet, actually. But as evil forces grow and unite, he finds himself having to step up beyond his initial goals and truly become the hero everyone believes him to be across the exciting trilogy series, all while incredibly busty reporter seeks to uncover busty reporter.
That was the
tap.
When you got to tell them that they're incredibly busty. In case you didn't see the pictures, there's going to be boobs in this comic book.
Is there a tier where I can name the reporter? I've wanted to name someone Tits McGee besides my wife for years.
Right. But again, let's check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 levels, not one of them. And the cool thing about Indiegogo is you can put a picture on every one of these.
Yeah. Not
one picture is put here. You have this really good art. Credit to them. Like the color. Well, the coloring is a little off on her face right here.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily a final. God bless. It's not necessarily a final thing. But then we go to this art. This art, again, great pens and pencils. Great pens and pencils. But it's only 3 or 4 pages right there. And it looks like all this concept stuff, like you're not finished necessarily with the characters, you know?
Especially with that number they're asking for, I would say that this is probably not this is not close to being finished.
Let me read that.
Wait, what was it saying? Is boobs highlighted?
Yeah. Did you take one look in Sally and instantly thought boobs? Well, then you're in trouble. Why? Because while you're staring at her tits, wow, she was grilling you for information, which you then unknowingly gave her.
Oh, that's
Whoa! Did you? In this day and age, did you just make a woman's body a superpower?
No, you actually said that a reporter has to use her body to get the story. She can't use her mind. It's her looks. This is a double down on 19. Wow, I'm done. I'm getting this off the show before I get hate mail.
Gay guys have gone straight for her, and she even gives them impotent erections.
For anyone watching,
it says it right there.
No, okay.
Holy snap.
No, this guy ain't gonna make no money. Is he Comicsgate?
I don't know, Varian, is he?
I don't know him. I don't know everybody Comicsgate. Jesus.
Varian's now our resident Comicsgate aficionado.
Yeah. I'm the guy who knows everybody.
They don't come out and play. I offered Ethan Van Skyber to come on to our crowdfunding yesterday, and he didn't even answer me. I'm kind of hurt.
I'll talk to Ethan.
Nah, he won't.
No,
I like this art on this picture. This is good.
I'll be honest. Comicsgate's allowed on my program, and I've said that all the time. I actually have no problem with them as long as they keep what they say down. Like and I've talked to Varian about this and Luke. As long as it's not political and you don't say nasty things about people, like Larry's comment the other day, that would have gotten him kicked off my show.
I must have missed it.
I'm not repeating it. We're not going to repeat it. I was
you
a little
send it to me in private chat. So
yeah, and even I almost left the show at that point. I was like, "Okay, guys, I think I might be going."
We're all done.
Yeah, it was that bad of a comment, and I was like, "Wow." So we're gonna quickly change gears. But anyone seriously who does support Comicsgate or wants a Comicsgate person to be on, they are welcome as long as there's no rhetoric. That is the rule, because I consider everyone a creator. If I stopped and checked everyone's social media and decided who could be on because they said something stupid, I'd never have guests anymore, and I wouldn't be showing anyone's Kickstarter except Martha Schwartz. Who's an angel? Who is the damn angel? She makes seed speakers.
Hildebrand.
Hildebrand.
I like the cover.
I like this image there.
Yeah.
It looks good.
See, I do have a problem with this, but I'll save it for when we're discussing.
America.
It feels good to ride through these lands.
Tap. I don't want a Hallmark movie.
It's hard to believe this land isn't mine by birthright.
Oh my God, how
That it
pretentious.
came through bloodshed, and before that, love. I can still remember my lord's handsome face.
Varian, it's
I'm out.
What is the term? Colonizer?
Yes, colonizer, and I'm pretty sure.
How we became lovers.
You can keep talking.
Then teacher and people.
I do like this. I do like this, and I'm probably going to back it. But
down.
Yeah, I'm probably going to back it too, but
From a Viking invasion.
I'm a Viking and I'm not into
wish
this.
that I take up his sword and defend his house. I felt the resentment from the other night.
I'm going to go ahead and tap.
I have lived in peace.
so I got a couple problems already. She's talking about being a soldier, right? Or being trained, but like she's only a hero because of some guy. I think that that's not super empowering to women, first off. But the other thing is she doesn't look like a hero. Like, where's her muscles?
you like them muscular, Luke.
Well, I mean,
No,
if they're going to be wielding a sword in combat, they should probably be able to actually wield a sword in combat.
Yeah.
That's what I said last week, Varian.
Yeah,
The art looks really good. I like the style of the art and the colors and things. Like, all of that is very aesthetically pleasing to me.
I don't like the beginning. Every time I hear her say, it's hard to believe this land wasn't my birthright. Who the fuck are you? I'm sorry, I grew up in America. We don't have a fucking king.
Those are cool pictures. They should start with this. I like that.
Yeah.
That right there. If they start with that, I'm like, I'm in. But again, I just don't like, how is she?
I always think the voice actor is talking a little slow.
Yeah, I don't like the voice actor.
It sounds like a Hallmark movie, right? This week on Hildebrand.
I don't like the logo.
Jeez, the logo.
And
I like the logo for Vigilante Comics, though.
This would be considered a comic, an underground comic, because of it. Let's see about the creator, though. Let's give.
Oh God, help me.
All right.
Comics. Thanks for checking out my campaign.
You're welcome.
Shit, it's future Luke.
For raising funds for my Digger Daring series.
What'd you say?
It's future Luke. Look.
Raising funds for Hildebrand Valkyrie.
Is he the artist?
I think he's the creator, the
Great
writer.
epic tale for
What's that mean?
I don't know.
Writer.
Keep talking.
Bloody battle, all sorts of great.
Because I'm bored.
Keep watching, and I'm going to tell you all about it. The funds raised in this campaign will help publish the first volume in the Hildebrand series.
All right, I'm done. I think the art's great. I just have seen so many Viking things already. I'm bored by it. Like, my favorite Viking thing is the Highlander thing. And I know he wasn't technically a Viking, but that did it for me. I've read on it. My family's actually from no bullshit Viking heritage. So like, this is family tree stuff. And I like Luke, again, whenever you downplay the female characters, this weak nothing. And not to say that women haven't been influenced by men and been made to be warriors by men. I'm sure it's happened in history. It's just not a story that calls to me. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Any final comments from you guys?
Should have led with the artwork that was on there with all of the battles and everything, because that was actually very interesting, and then have a voiceover with that, which would actually draw us in, because the slow, drawn out, like you said, Hallmark voiceover type thing, that just doesn't do it.
Yeah, it would have been like, some bitches in my land, I'm gonna cut every motherfucking one of them. You be in. You're like, oh shit! Oh, she gonna kill some motherfuckers? Looks like, why do I come on this show?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Why am I here?
He's like, I miss Rob being on the radio when he couldn't curse.
I was like, so I will translate for all of those that want that. Oh no, some bad guys have come up into my land, and I will beat them with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them up.
Yes, render them pained.
Yeah.
They get it. Just don't stick the tip in. Get it all the way in.
I slew them.
So, Freak Show Princess.
Yeah.
Let's check out Freak Show Princess.
Right along.
Dirty mouth. Wait till you see this video.
Oh, freak show.
My next girlfriend's getting the nickname Freak Show Princess.
I love the title. I love zombie books. And let me tell you this. I think that maybe some of the art went by a little too fast, but I like that they did live action stuff and then showed the art. I know everything I need to know about this book to want to buy it and read it.
Let me ask you an honest question. Do you guys need to know who the artist is behind a project? Because that's
not right away. Not right away.
So much like it's so important. Is it?
You could put that information in the about section.
No, but I'm saying, do you need to know on half these? Like, I'll be honest with you. Even with Marvel and DC, I don't care who the artist is. Give me a good fucking story and entertain me. I don't care.
Yeah. The only time I care about the artist is if it's the artist that's selling it to me.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm talking,
I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Like, because usually, I'll be honest with Marvel and DC, especially, even indie creators, I'm buying from the creator or the publisher. I'm not buying, or the title. I'm not buying because of that. Which one's that? The new Cherry Vanilla?
Cherry Vanilla Coke Zero, buddy.
Today is brought to you by Cherry Vanilla Coke Zero.
Cherry Vanilla Coke Zero. And that blue crap Varian was drinking.
Yeah, don't forget Johnny Bootlegger, available in the 7 delicious flavors for $2.99.
Coffee for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's some motherfucking good shit right there.
Oh, God.
Luke, what's the translation for that one?
Gee, this stuff is swell. Gee golly.
That sounds like little Luke when he was first drinking.
Hey, listen. We're right around the corner from what is it called? Crap, I can't think of this shit. Is a lot more effective than I thought.
Varian's over there getting drunk.
What's it called when they stop the liquor?
Prohibition.
Prohibition. We're one step away from it, guys. This from Johnny Bootlegger. Raspberry.
Johnny Bootlegger's busy making alcohol for swabs and hands right now.
Yes, they are.
God bless you.
And Varian's like, I'm stuck inside. I don't care. I'm drinking cough syrup.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
have something.
Let's take stake in our next Kickstarter.
Let's do it.
Full screen. There we go. Okay.
God bless.
Thank you. It's got the corona.
Hey everyone out there in Kickstarter land, I'm David Byrne. I'm the author of Shady Place the novel and the writer of the
Pat.
I'm out.
Hold on. The very important thing. Do you guys see how he spelled his last name?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Byrne or Brine? Let's be honest. No, it's
Byrne.
It's Brine. Okay, anyone who just said Byrne gets kicked out.
Okay. Bye. See you later.
But that's 3 people who kicked out. Oh no, 2 people, right? You didn't kick out Demon?
No, because I actually backing this one.
Okay, so cool. We can play.
Your man who's hanging out behind here. But today I'm here to talk to you about my latest creation, Stake, and this is our Women of Comics cover collection Kickstarter. I'm not going to go too in-depth on the details here because there's a lot of information available in the campaign below this video. Stake features 2 really strong female characters in Vampire Hunter Angel, or Stake as she likes to call herself, hence the title of the book, and the ancient vampire Jessamy, her partner in the Vampire Bounty Hunting Union. This Kickstarter features the artwork of some really amazing female artists from all over the world. And frankly, I'm honored they chose to work with us on this project. We have 8 different covers and vastly differing styles available in regular dress.
All right, I can go ahead and tap on the video now.
I do want to give some extra love because we're in quarantine. Let's be honest, we have the time. And some of these covers, and I know, $11,000, 194 backers. Luke Stone is my new best friend.
Yeah, that's impressive numbers.
Yeah, and you called it.
But
you called it a few weeks ago when we saw this, that this was going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
You saw it coming. You didn't like it, if I remember correctly, but you said you thought this would make a lot of money.
No, because I'm borderline. I don't know if this is pandering or not, but it feels pandering to me.
I see. Lola said that, Varian. Remember that he's pandering to the woman audience.
Lola says a lot of things, none of which should be tied to Indie Vote Media LLC.
But here's the reason why I thought it would make a lot of money, because he chose some very good artists for the covers, but they all have like cult followings, and he was going to sell covers. He was going to sell issues based on that. It's a brilliant marketing plan.
Look at those covers, though.
I mean, amazing, absolutely amazing art.
That's why I wanted to look, because every time we have this campaign on, that's new.
Well, I don't really care for that one so much.
But I haven't seen that one before. That's a new cover that got added.
Yeah, that was with the stretch goal that just got added.
Yeah, see, this one too. This is new.
Yep, the Peach Momoko as well.
That's pretty good.
I pay attention. That
one right there is fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? I know everybody kind of groans, but that reminds me of the Jessica Jones cover from reminds me of that one. Very nice piece. That one's gorgeous too.
That one's good too.
The shininess in here really just gets my ADHD, and I'm all for it.
There's another one.
Of course.
That one right there. Oh.
And that's the one I got.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we know what makes Phil tick.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. You're scrolling down. You're going to get further down to it, which is the whole reason I even backed this thing, is because of their menu, and you're about to see it whenever you scroll a little bit further.
Yeah, that menu was an idea I came up with a year ago and told everyone about. Son of a bitch. No, I used a comic book menu. I'm sure it's different because it is clever, and I got to give him credit. But David, of course, is so.
I mean, to his credit, he did get some really amazing artists to work on this.
Oh yeah. He knew how to promote this. He came in hard, did a great job. And he talks to the audience like they're brand new. He didn't just try to pull people in. And this is really cool. I really give him a lot of credit. The steak menu works really, really well. I like when I see creators get creative even in their promotions. So.
What is this steak menu thing? Explain it to me. Like I've never seen it before, because it's halfway down the page and I've never seen it before.
Oh, okay. So basically, he a virtual shake. He's just making light of the fact that it's called steak. Steak could also be food. So medium rare steak, get it? But
okay.
Yeah.
And so each tier is on the menu.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So
I don't know that would be my reason for backing this.
It wasn't my only one, but that was the deciding factor.
You know how nice a delicious steak would be right now?
Yeah, right.
All the onions and.
I'd love to go to a restaurant and have someone serve it to me.
Yeah.
No, I'll cook it. I just give me some steak. There ain't been steak around my neighborhood in a while. Ain't been no steak, man. I ain't going to Outback. You gonna pay $30 for that cruddy little steak that's gonna dry up by the time you get home? This show has been brought to you by Outback. There's David A. Brine and Joe Rodriguez.
It wouldn't be Brian because the R is behind the Y.
Listen,
it'd be Bayern. Bayerny.
Fine, Bayerny. I can go Bayerny. I can go with that one.
What does he do? Is he just the writer?
He's also part of production. He's a great editor, and he's got a great other series that never really got the love it deserved. The something couch. I'm drawing a blank because I got to
call the couch.
He seems like a nice guy.
No, you're right. The couch. Yeah, that's it.
I feel like the video was geared towards. I don't really, when I'm looking at one project, I don't care what the other people did unless that project is somehow like really famous. Like, hey, I used to write Superman, and now I'm writing this book that I want you to buy. So that makes sense to me. But in most cases, I don't really care about what you did before.
Mm-hmm.
The covers are nice. I wish he would lead more with those covers and just kind of show those in the video. Kind of lean more into that. But again, I can't tell if it's pandering or not. Maybe he really is being genuine about wanting to highlight and spotlight female artists. But
well, I mean, let's be honest. Everything we do in comics is for a reason.
Yeah.
So it's Women's Month. National Women History Month.
Oh, that's what you said. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, that could fit. That could.
Yeah, I get that.
It could be good marketing just to put a little bit of highlight on something. Comics and More in New Jersey says, bless you, Varian.
Thank you.
Obviously, he's got $11,000 more than I do. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, maybe I would showcase some women artists on my covers with Barbara Unleashed. I would definitely do that in art.
Oh, absolutely. I think your book lends well to that.
Yeah. Speaking of girls, let's go to Geek Girl, Tights and Capes, plus previous issues and trade backs. And we've had Sam on the show before. And like Varian, he likes to drink.
For those that aren't familiar with Geek Girl's hot, popular college chick with a cat. Transparent super thick glasses. They got a flat powers, but the initial impact.
Yeah, at the top.
She's not used to these strange powers and makes them clutch it. And she's trying to demonstrate her powers to her friends. She alienates the.
I was wondering if Varian, I was watching you, like, wait a minute, is Varian watching what we're watching, or did he move on to something else?
No.
He was checking his Facebook.
Yeah, no,
He was tweeting something. He was live tweeting the whole thing.
Yeah. I will say this. If you give me an opportunity to be critical of this video, you guys have got to sit down in one place if you're going to talk and do the video. You can't be bouncing around, walking around. I know some of us got horrible ADHD, Rob, you're one. But you still manage to sit down in a chair and address your audience, look right into the camera lens and tell them about your story. When I was in military school, it was tell them what you're going to tell them, then tell them what you told them. And that's a good way to do it. But he's bouncing around, moving around. He's fun to watch. But, when you've been drinking like I have, it's kind of hard to keep up. And
it's hard to understand. It just looks like you had a camera set up in the room and you got like all this kind of echoey room volume. Mm-hmm. I'm not seeing the art. I'm just seeing some dude just wander around his living room. I just wasn't into it.
You know what bothers me every time I watch this, and it's not a bad or a good thing, it's the condiments. They're all backwards. So did he take all that time to leave them backwards? And if he did leave them backwards, then what was the point of them being there? Because if he had to touch them, he could have taken them off the table.
Just move them.
Like, so why did he leave them there? Is that a hint? Is that part of the story? Or am I just have too much time on my hands since we went into quarantine? And, we're blocking the guest by the banner for hate mail. Remember, Indie Vault gets all the hate mail. What do you think, Demon Phil?
I mean, he's bouncing around so much it takes the focus off of what I'm actually here to actually look at. So I'm looking at it going, okay, why is he not sitting down? What's going on? What are we getting into here? Is he fixing to rush the camera? The camera's shaking. And then, like you said, the detail in the background with the condiments and everything is like, okay, this is supposed to be professional here. Why are we not going in and covering some things up? So that's just what I'm looking at with it.
After this meeting, I know Luke, this definitely goes for, but I mean, I feel you guys don't go to strip clubs because you're like, sit still. Don't cover things up. I mean, come on.
I go to a lot of strip clubs, sir. I've dated some rules. Gotta look around when I say that.
But Geek Girl is definitely something cool. It's got a great zany sense of humor. We've had Sam on the program. He's a great guy. Speaking of interesting stuff, this is the Muffin Man. So
that was my nickname in college.
So many jokes.
He sold marijuana laced muffins. They won't tell you guys that, but.
Hello, people. How are you? My name is Anthony Moore, and welcome to Limitless Comics official Kickstarters.
Tap on the video, yes.
#1.
Tap, yeah.
So for me, since I tapped first, look, this frame right here. You can see the frame.
Ooh, it's been a long time coming, people. This comic.
Oh, maybe he actually went in and edited. Now he doesn't show himself.
Yeah, he did edit it. Yes.
He did. Yeah.
Maybe he watched our program, so maybe we should give him a little bit more.
Yeah, let's watch a little bit more.
Nope, there he is.
There he is again.
Nope. I had so much hope and faith for him. I don't need to see the creator talking. If you show your face on for 2 seconds, oh, there he goes. He's off again. Maybe he's a fan. Maybe he's watching the show.
I do
art.
I would much rather see the art than him. I mean, no offense to him or anything, but I mean, like Phil said earlier, I'm not buying.
Too slow. It's too slow. The art moving is just way too slow.
Listen, here's the thing. If you want to put your face on that, get a little square. Put your face over in the corner where it's not distracting from the art.
Yeah.
The art needs to move faster. I love taking it all in, but needs to move a little bit faster.
Yeah.
We don't even.
But not too fast.
Yeah.
Not like break your neck fast, but
it is nice though. Look at that art. It's nice.
Yeah, I like it.
I do like the new look of the video better, though. I think he moved a good forward.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's definitely picked up some things. I just think it's too long of a video. Again,
I'm digging the art style too. I like the faces, and that dude there kind of looks like him at the bottom. It kind of looks like him. But is this a black and white comic? I guess.
I would assume so at this point because it says black and white up there, an old school black and white action horror comic. So I don't.
Oh yeah, well that's words. I don't read words.
I mean,
must make those comics really hard, Luke. Must make.
It's just there. That's just me.
I'm here to judge the videos, not the words.
Yeah, from what I understand, whenever I was working with him on, whenever he's first setting it up and everything, he's going to do splash pages of color. He's going to do the rest of it in black and white, I believe.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
I don't. That's jarring. I don't like that. I like. Well, I was going to do a comic book where it's black and white, but we're going to do the Sin City highlights.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but one page full color, nah, I don't like that.
But this art is amazing. I really think it deserves color.
I really do like it. But here's the thing. I've noticed a couple of weird things about the art, and that color might make it look weird. Like someone showed a page that a pinup that another artist had drawn, and we were all like, hey, it looks pretty good, but that weird spot there is going to really stand out when it's in color.
Did it? Did it stand out when it was in color?
It did, yeah. It looked bad.
That tends to happen.
I'll tell you
all
what.
of my stuff looks better in black and white.
The video wins me over on this one. I've seen this a lot.
I like
it.
Yeah. I do think he listened to you. He definitely listened. He must be a fan of the show.
Yeah, because this is so much better. This is such an improvement. Next time we might.
I really like the ink work.
But he's got to start the video, and maybe it's just us because we've seen it so much, we tap so fast. But even Demon Phil tapped out on this. Didn't you, Demon Phil?
Yeah, I did, because I thought it was going to be the exact same video. I didn't know he had edited it to make it better on this, because by taking himself out of there and showing the art, it works much better.
Listen,
yeah. My suggestion would be to speed that art, the art up a little bit on those pans.
Now, the other thing is, how long is the video? Because that was the problem we had last time. It was like a 7-minute video or something like that, and he had to shorten it down.
He's reached his goal.
60 backers. Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, he reached it as of last night.
He poured out. He went and he added time. No, he did not add time. So he should add time.
Yeah.
Right here. This is a loss. He's got a color cover, and he's in the way.
Yeah, get out of the way, man.
This is a bad time.
Just voice over that stuff. And it's easier to voice over than it is to video yourself, too. I mean, this right here is like a $40 USB mic, and then I just voice over everything with it.
That's such a loss right there. So I want to see that big character, and I don't need to see from you.
I will be honest, I have backed this project.
Oh, I would
too. Yeah,
I would too. Based on
I want to back it, and I will, but I'm gonna be very, very upset if the packages don't come from Silvery Lane.
It's not coming from Amazon. You'll be fine.
No, that's too late for that. I already got that.
Speaking of great art, here's the art of Anthony Christoph, who we had on the show. He has added 7 days to his campaign, but some of this art here is mind-blowingly good. And let me
And I'm here to welcome you to my new book, Surreal Worlds and Oddities, The Art of Anthony Christie. This is my second complete limited edition hardcover book of my best artwork from the...
I'm out.
Did we lose audio on it, or what happened?
And personal art.
Maybe you did.
That was me.
Brand new
okay.
Since 2017. And I also have 45 of my best paintings from the past 10 years. Only the best work has actually made the cut. Now, this art book
I'm out.
And it's also in landscape format, which makes it really unique. Most art books are in the portrait format. I've done this to highlight my landscape work, and most of my epic artworks aren't actually in the landscape format. Don't worry, I've still got my...
Okay, all right.
And they'll be in the book side by side on a...
I would... Honestly, with my ADHD problems, this video keeps me engaged.
It does, because the camera's moving.
Yeah.
It does.
So, a couple things about it. I don't typically enjoy art books, but I like his art, and I don't need to see much of it to know whether or not I want to buy it. I wish that he would show the physical book like this earlier in the video, because too many times people say, hey, I've got this book, but they don't really have a book. This shows me he's got a book ready to go.
Yeah.
Which gives me more confidence in supporting it. But his art's great. And so I don't need to see as many pictures like this right here. Like if you're like, hey, I'm doing this thing, show a couple of his best ones at the beginning and then throw this up. He can make a 60-second video and I don't need to know much about it.
Oh, I'm always for the 60-second videos. You know that.
Oh yeah.
But this one, I mean, the art is so. I'm big into art. A lot of people don't realize that. Like, I love art. I'm a big art like this, like drawn comic art. I'm a big fan. So I'll sit through a video like this and just be in awe.
Has he funded?
I know how hard it is. Like right now, when he finishes the book, when he gets to that page, I've lost my attention span.
Has he funded?
Yeah, he funded yesterday. Let's call it up.
No, that's funny. He's got things to say. Your name. Is this like a?
This must be a sample book.
Yeah, a demo book.
Yeah.
Does anyone care if their name is in the back of the book?
I put Indie Advocates 90% of the time.
That's what I do. I put my business name in there.
Yeah.
I don't even care if my name's in the book.
To be honest with you, I don't expect any pingbacks. I don't support people to get my name in a book. I honestly don't like putting names in a book. It dates the book.
Yeah.
And it also makes the book like, oh, look. So he put someone's name in it. It almost feels like you're virtue signaling. And I'm not a big fan of that. That's why when I was talking about canceling my Kickstarter and Varian was like, oh, Rob did a great job and canceled his Kickstarter. I was like, stop, no, don't say that. And then he's like, Rob was trying to virtue signal. I'm like, oh, no, it wasn't that.
Rob was virtue.
We can count on Varian to say exactly what he thinks all the time.
That's right, especially when I'm drunk.
I love Drunk Varian. Drunk Varian is my favorite guest.
Yeah.
Is that the Boone's Farm you said?
Yeah. No, this is Johnny Bootlegger. I'm all
Johnny
out
Bootlegger,
of
same thing.
Yeah, I'm all out of my Roscato Red. I'm all out of it.
Johnny Bootlegger is the same thing as Boone's Farm with just more proof, right?
Yeah, it might be the same thing as an MD 2020. It might be the same thing.
All right, let's check out. I don't know how to say that name. I'm not even going to.
Elysian.
And I don't. Let's see. We're going to go to the video. Go to the big old video screen. It's not playing at all.
I think it's starting.
Oh, okay. It's one of those slow starts. Tap. You've already lost my attention span. Steven Seagal.
I'm out.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. That chick from Black Widow.
Yeah, I'm tapping.
Actress.
Yeah, I'm out on this one.
The one Asian actor we know.
Standard white guy number 3.
Nope.
Filmed intro.
Okay, I'm so bored I can't even let it keep playing.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it. I know Namor's in there. I don't know how he got the Namor character in there. Namor, whatever his name is, the Finn guy. The art's good. The art's good, but honestly, I'd turn the video off and I'd read the entire Kickstarter. I would go to the Kickstarter to find out because this video irritates me. What about you guys?
It's just a bunch of faces. I mean, if you're really going to show your art, show the action sequences. I don't need to see their faces. I'll figure it out as I go. But
well, let's take a look at the actual Kickstarter because I have a feeling that the Kickstarter itself has done much better at promoting the book than the video. I think this is someone who didn't understand how to make a video, but yeah, because look at it right away. And there's another video. Let's see if they do a better job.
I like that.
Hey everyone.
There we go.
I'm Jack Steck, creator, writer, and artist for The Elite, a new 160-page graphic novel. Just launched our very first Kickstarter to fund the printing of physical copies for the book. Volume 1 follows the character of Samantha, a young native woman searching for a missing father. This search leads her to a mysterious man named Hades. The two are attacked by strange-looking soldiers and are forced to go on the run. Hades introduces Sam to the secret world of the Elysian. The Elysian
I'm tapping out of this video now.
Highly advanced humans.
This is a better video, though.
Wanted fugitive.
It is a better video. He should lead with that video.
Capital city of Arcadia. In Arcadia, they learn that the Elysian have also been attacked by these strange soldiers. Together,
I like his art. He is good at drawing faces.
Confront these soldiers before they rally their forces and attack Earth. The Elysian, Volume 1, is the realization of a dream that I've been working on for nearly.
Like the colors.
And the book is completely done.
They're rich.
It's a complete story, no cliffhangers. Yeah, there's some unanswered questions that I hope to explore in some future issues, but I really think there's something in here for everyone. It's a fun, fast-paced.
See, right there, he lost me. He tripped up himself. He said it was a complete story, but no cliffhangers. So is this a one issue? Is this, how many pages is it? He started making me question. Before he had.
I kind of want cliffhangers.
Yeah, exactly. And this is a one volume. It's 160 pages. So I'm going to do 160 pages. I'm going to invest because now I got to invest, right? So
yeah,
there's I guess he's selling a book for $10. Oh no, you get a 4x6 postcard for $10. So I get my name in the book and I get a 4x6 thing for $10.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know about
I want the book. How much is the book?
$15 digitally.
No, I want the physical book. How much is he charging?
Here it is, 30 plus 15 for domestic. No, U.S. shipping is included. 15 for international.
Okay.
So,
well, that's not bad, I guess, because it's going to be It's going to be like $2 or $3 to ship it if he does media mail.
Yeah.
So yeah. I would. That's fair.
Yeah.
And it's really expensive to ship worldwide. Anything. So I get the price hike on that.
Okay, and I could get the thing, but it's jarring. He should have said this is the complete first volume.
Yeah, and I kind of like a cliffhanger. I mean, if there's no reason at the end of this volume for me to wait for his second one, then I kind of like a saga.
Great art, great.
Yeah,
this should have been.
I like him.
Yeah, this should have been his video. Looks like Luke's dad.
Do you think everybody looks like me?
You white people all look alike.
I didn't say that. I didn't.
All white people do look alike.
Where's that hate mail tag again?
we've got like 4 default faces that God gave white guys.
Yeah, I didn't say that. Please don't mess with my credit, y'all. I need to get a new mattress. Please don't mess with my credit.
Varian actually messaged me that comment and said that he couldn't say it and he wanted me to say it.
That's untrue. And I rebuke and repudiate these lies.
Hey, Varian, we talked in our meeting this week. We don't care if you make fun of white guys. It's okay. You get a free pass.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Well, since I got the free pass, let me tell you what you get to me in the market the other day.
All right, so this has no video again. We can't do anything. If you're not making a video, we can't promote you because we're so just hanging out and chilling and having a good time. We'll go over and look at the Kickstarter.
Take the banner down so it doesn't block.
You're blocking Phil again.
Yeah.
God damn it, Phil. Kickstarter horror project. It looks like old school. It looks like manga. Oh my God, we've gone into manga territory. This is manga, isn't it? Oh, I need to wash my hands. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It does look like manga story art, right?
Kind of. I think I see furries.
That right? I thought that. I thought I was just weird because I am. But I thought I was like, oh, is that a furry with double chest and a head? Because look, there are 2 chests. I've never seen anyone with 4 arms do a double chest before. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's new.
That's an interesting take on it. And I wonder if the actual upper chest actually pivots like a neck. So it looks like it might have the ability to pivot a bit.
It makes sense that if you're going to have 4 arms, you'd have 4 pectorals.
Yeah. Actually, credit to them for coming up with that.
That's cool.
I'm going to steal that. I mean, real good idea.
Real good idea. Woman. If I happen to do it, it was of no influence of theirs.
Now, here's my problem. Not one panel. So is this not a panel book?
Yeah, I want to see sequential art. It says 48 pages.
It does. 52, sorry. 52. And it's going to be
48 pages of black and white comic and 4 backup pages covering some never before printed lore. Well, isn't all of this never before printed lore? Is this a first book or a second book?
I think it says something about the second book, I believe. Rob scrolls a lot.
Yeah, I do. I have no attention span. Here we go. It's in a high school job. Blah, 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 blah. Launched. Here we go. Horror Shop launched 3 years ago as a passion project between two weird creators from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Okay, there we go. Now we know it's Canada.
Makes so much sense now.
Artist Mara Pre. I can't believe I got that one. I can't get that one.
Bedoin?
Sorry, boy, Doin. I can't do it either. I'm too.
BAJ Visser. I like that one. BAJ. It sounds dirty still, though. I don't know why, but it just sounds dirty. It was sparked by our mutual.
Macabre.
Isn't it Mac? Oh, I can't say it now.
Macabre.
Macabre. It means, yeah, but I always want to like pronounce all of the letters in that word.
Yeah.
Macabre.
The macabre. Macabre.
Yeah, the macabre.
That's how I
words. I'm good at words.
It's a very weird song.
And Halloweeny.
The Nightmare Before Christmas, Monsters Inc., Gravity Falls, and way too many classic monster movies.
I think my daughter would love this.
I mean, it looks interesting, but not for me.
I would like a video, and I would like to see sequential art pages.
Show me the smoke.
Show me what I'm buying.
Varian knows what I'm talking about with the smoke.
Yeah.
21 backers is not bad.
No. I mean, they made their money. You know.
Yeah.
They created a comic book. They're doing their passion. Nothing but love.
Proud of them.
I wanted a video. I want really for this especially. I think that I could learn something from a video. I think I could get something out of it a little bit more. Plus, show me a panel. Show me a panel. Like you've got individual panels, but show me a panels page. Show me those.
If they did a 60-second video with panels. And that little thing, like it's a horror, whatever, you know, The Nightmare Before Christmas and Monsters Inc. If they did that in a 60-second video, I would be, with some sequential art pages, I would be probably completely on board.
Yep. This is another sizzle, not enough steak.
Yeah.
All right, here's K-Less by Brent Larson. And this is also our friend, Roland Mann, one of the first inductees into the Independent Creator Hall of Fame. He runs the studio behind this Silverline Productions. Oh, that's so loud. Hold on, I'm going to mute because it is annoyingly loud.
Ooh, Silverline. Are his words important?
Well, Rob doesn't seem to think so. He's muted the poor man's video.
I don't like
the video.
Except without all of that.
Can you hear it now?
Nonsense.
Yeah.
And all the monologue. We're gonna.
I'm just going to restart it. For some reason, it was.
He's so casual with his coffee cup.
He was on the program. He was actually a great guy. Let me see if we go directly to Kickstarter if I can get it louder because you guys couldn't even hear it. It's his talking voice. He's actually rather low in the video.
That's not low.
And I am excited to announce the launch of issue 2.
You guys hear it better?
Creator
Yeah.
Published by Silverline Comics, called K-List. And it's the follow-up to the wildly successful first issue that we launched last year. And the story is best described as kind of a sci-fi government conspiracy kind of story, kind of like the X-Files, except without all of that moving picture nonsense and all the monologue. We're going to stick with our hero, Scott Anders, who last we saw was falling from the sky and then trying to debrief with the government about the mysterious K-List project. This time, we're going to get to see a lot more of who he is and what he wants. Plus, we'll get to see him throw down with a bunch of Hell's Angels, which I know all of us have wanted to do from time to time.
Shit.
Also, the terrorists get to hatch their evil plot. And for those of you who live in Anaheim, California, I apologize to you in advance. Again, the art is by Louis and Leandro, and it's beautiful. Can't wait to show it to you.
I'm done.
For those of you who were mad at me last year for some reason and didn't want to get the first issue, you'll get a chance to get the first one as well as the second. And I'll end with this. several of you have said, Brent, you've set up a lot of questions in the first issue. Do you know the answer to these questions, or are you making all of this up? And my answer is yes, I do, and yes, I am. So I hope you check it out. Thanks again. Enjoy.
All right, that's way too freaking loud. All right, so we made it with he didn't get donged out, so or a pause.
Oh, you got two? You didn't hear them?
No, I heard the two.
Oh, okay.
You need three to be paused.
Oh, do you need three? I was certain you were going to stop it. Go ahead. I'll let who dinged first? Was it Luke?
Dean and Phil. I think Dean and Phil was first, or was it you?
No, I did it. I tapped out.
All right.
I didn't need to know about the artist and stuff. I think the art looks just fine. It was interesting. He seems like a real nice guy. If I was better looking, I'd probably show my face on more of my videos. But
he must work out, man. He must work out. Like, dude's got a little bit of shape to him. I got shape too. It's called round. But no, I it looked good. He had me with the mildly wildly successful. That I thought that was funny. So it looks pretty good. I don't know that I'm interested in the content matter, but I wanted to hear this isn't your mom's ex. You know, I love when people do that kind of stuff.
When I was 19 years old, I had a girlfriend named Kayla. She broke up with me. I was Kayless after that myself. So.
Oh, wow.
Kayless, wow. So this book hits really close to home, and
really close to home, man.
I can't support it because
Varian's becoming the sad Varian drunk. We don't like that. Take another swig to get you to the next level. Demon Phil, what do you got for us?
I mean, I was great with the video until the last probably 10 seconds or so of it, because whenever he starts going into, if you had issues with the first one and you wanted to find out, you know, what's going on with it, or you had questions about it, at that point I'm already hooked. You didn't have to go, if there were problems with the first one, we want to go ahead and fix that now. I didn't want that. I wanted to go ahead and go, you know what, I'm great with what I've got right now.
I think he was trying to joke about if you didn't back him the first time, like it was a rib joke. Like, oh, if you had a problem with me in the last campaign, hopefully you're over that and you can back this one. I thought it was like a cute little dig. I actually kind of I like that line, but that's just me. But I'm a fan of this. I've actually backed it, so I'm just not signed in. If you guys see the back of the project, I'm not signed in today. I was one of the first people signed up. For some reason, I don't know if you guys have been experiencing this, but a lot of my programs are suddenly signing me out.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I support this one. It looks pretty good, and I like him. He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. See what we got with the Burlap issue number 1 and 2. So apparently I'm the Warshack of Indie Vault, so we're going to pay close attention to this. Come on, play your damn video.
Hello, everyone. I am Jesse James Bear, and I am the writer and creator of Burlap. Welcome to the Kickstarter.
Thank you.
I like his video already.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
I use burlap sacks for different reasons, but we can talk about that on another show.
Not this one, please. Please, God, not this one.
In order to make horror comic history, we're gonna... Oh, that was unexpected. Oh, God.
Where am I? What is this freak show?
Yeah, that's... What are you doing here, pal? We're doing the Kickstarter video.
I mean, just a second ago, I was, slashing through this frat house. Now I'm looking at a Kevin Smith looking guy.
Oh, that's...
He doesn't look like Kevin Smith.
The 90s, before he lost all the weight.
Oh. So, anyways, I'm going to need you to just...
That's not a good fat joke. Come on. I know this guy.
Crowdfunding,
Yeah, I'm out now.
To generate the comic book, to publish.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I'll tap.
You need some funds.
But yeah, we're raising the funds. There's perks.
Lost me with all this production stuff.
It doesn't move me along with what your story is.
I do think the production is pretty good.
Yeah, the production is cool. It's cool that he brought a dude in to be the character, and I just feel like they wasted way too much time here, and they should have definitely.
Yeah, this isn't your Kickstarter video. This is something maybe you put on YouTube to hype up the product.
This would have been a pre-campaign video.
Yeah,
this would go down into the body of the story, because you can paste videos down there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just let it continue to play. What did you think of Phil? I mean, he got the humor. I like the humor.
He's back.
He went to get a guy. You know, he's got a guy. I just think you're trying to be too funny when you're trying to sell me a book.
Yeah, and it lost me whenever he just kept going on with the whole skit, because if he would have kept going with the book, I mean, having the cameo of the clown guy up there was great, and then just keep going with the book, because I was actually interested at that point. I was like, all right, let's see what we got here. And it just kept going.
I have backed this project because the book looks amazing. And I backed it because not because of his video, but because of the content inside.
I mean, I like the fact that he has people showing up. It's really cool. But again, like this should have been the project and the project only. You could have had this funny stuff to build. Like Varian said, you should have broken this into 4 parts. Him visiting with each character.
Yeah, that's a good point, Varian.
Yeah, did I say that? Okay.
You're pretty smart. I don't care what Rob says about you.
Yeah, thank you.
No one cares what I say. Don't feel bad. But no, I think I love his energy though. Got to give hat off to his energy. He's got a lot of it. I think it's the mark on a Kickstarter video. That's all.
He's a good guy and a good creator, and I like what he's doing there. But
yeah, so a lot of credit to him. Hats off to him. Welcome to the club. You created something definitely interesting and unique. But as someone who watches so many Kickstarter videos, I can't. I don't have the time to wait for you to get to the point. And I know that sounds rude and that sounds a little cold, but it's just the truth. Get me to the stake as soon as you can. Speaking of getting to the stake, Oswald Chronicles, it's your time to see if you can get us to the stake and not give us too much sizzle.
Hello everyone, this is JD Calderon, and today I'm here to tell you about the continuing adventures of Oswald as he travels through dreams with Clyde. First, we have Planetary Dream, illustrated by Jade Gonzalez, with colors by David Montoya.
I'm out.
Next up is Adventure Time, Unbidden, illustrated by Luigi Turrell.
Yeah, I'm out.
Book is Rainbow Days, illustrated by Daphne Lane. These 3 stories, we will see Oswald and Clyde fight ancient horrors, help a teddy bear find his destiny,
tap.
young girl and her uniform together.
Sorry.
So please, find a web title that suits you, and if you're new to all of them, the first 4 issues are still available.
Phil, did you tap?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so
yeah, we all tapped.
Let's talk about. Sorry, Jax distracted me for a second. So talk.
That's fine.
What happened? What happened?
I mean, too much going into the artist and everything and not going into the story. I mean, yeah, he was showing splash pages of the entire book and everything, which is good, great, and wonderful, but it doesn't matter at this point about the artist as far as I'm concerned. I want to know about what I'm seeing. Why am I seeing these pages? What's the storyline? Who are the characters? That kind of thing. I'm just not getting that.
Again, totally agree with Phil. I mean, unless your artist is or someone working on your book is a household name, like, you know, Rob Liefeld or other ones. It's the only name I can think of right now for some reason. Don't tell me about your artist. I don't care. I don't care about your creative team. If right now at this particular point, I just want to know about the story. I want to know about the project. How many pages is it? Is it color? Is it full size? What am I getting into? Will I like it? Is it designed for like it? You know, is it something that I'm going to get into? And then if I want to research more, give me the information about the creative team.
And Varian.
I thought it, again, there was a lot of focus on like the artist and who they were. I think that was unnecessary. I don't know even about the story. I want to know what the story is. I want to know why I should be interested in this book. Also, I'm starting to get a pet peeve about people showing unfinished art in their books. Like, work out a deal with your colors, get some like really nice panels colored up and put those in there, because when you start showing colored panels and then black and white, it kind of it takes me out of it. It takes me out of the video. Now, unless the whole book is black and white, then that's fine, but that's that pregnant pause again.
No, I just had to take care. Jax cut his finger.
Oh no.
Nothing major. We're good. We're good. I heard you all. I had muted because he was yelling at me not to put the alcohol on. He was like, no, and I'm like, be happy we have alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
speaking of having alcohol, there's alcohol in the picture. So this is Ace and Starlet. There is no video, but doing fantastic on Kickstarter. And I've talked to the creator, Lewis, and I said, dude, you need to get a video for this because look how good you're doing. $11,000 without a video. Imagine what you could be making with a video.
Yeah.
You know, it's got some amazing art.
Yeah.
And this,
but I will say also, because I know Lewis as well, and this is going into a lot of the groups that were all together. So it kind of got promoted into a group, which went to another group, and so on and so forth. So it just got mass promoted out from within. And that's how he got a lot off of this too, because he's got some other titles that have been really great, and then they come out with this one as a one-off, or supposedly supposed to start off as a one-off from this. It really went really well to go ahead and get this one backed. And so now he's got other one-offs that are going to spin off of this one as well. So he's got a lot of following on this. So that's why he's getting that without the video even being up there.
I mean, great art though. I like the NSFW, not safe for work. It's got some great art. It's definitely a titillating tale, and I think it's done the right way as opposed to much. I don't like these types of art thing. Nothing against them, I'm just not a fan of that art. The big nipple thing. It's just not. It looks. You know what my problem with it? It looks very kiddie for a very sexual pose, and that disturbs me. It's making something kid-like sexual, and that bothers me. Like, you ever watch where they turn like the famous female characters and male characters like The Simpsons into some sort of porn, cartoon porn, or they show them naked? It always disturbs me.
Rule 42, I believe, right? Is that what it's called? If it exists, there's porn of it.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Although
I kind of attribute Steph Wilson's art to almost like Scotty Young, as far as having that unique style that you take, you know, a Marvel title or whatever, something like that, and turn it into a little kid type thing. Except that Steph Wilson does not create kids out of it. It's still the adults in there. It just has that almost like a Flintstones kind of style is what it looks like to me, almost, that he puts in there with a lot of emphasis on certain areas.
Yeah, no, that kind of worries me. What doesn't worry me is Autumn's River Part 1. Let's check this out. Well, I'm just gonna mute this right now because I don't know if that music is okay or not. So we're just gonna mute for a minute on that. We're gonna watch the art. The art's pretty good. Go ahead and talk about it while you're watching it.
I do like the art. I like the coloring too. The colors are nice. It makes the art pop.
Yeah, I think I like
and the way he pans through the panels actually draws you in. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the glowy bits.
Nice.
Varian, any comments?
No, I think I seen when we saw this last time. I thought it was really good. I think that's one of the ones I said I want to back.
I like the diverse cast.
Yeah, credit to that. I love that character.
You do a great job with eyes.
Yeah, she's badass. I'm a big fan of this one. I'm definitely going to be back in this one once I get my stimulus check.
Are we ever going to get that?
Yeah, it got passed.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, but I don't know when we're getting it. But to be fair, I don't know when it's showing up. But they did pass it late last night, and I don't know the full details because I've been running around killing ants today.
Was that the one with the no voter ID stuck in there?
I have
Did
no.
they stick that one in there?
Luke, when I said I didn't know the details, what jumped out at you from that statement? $1 can make dreams come true. $1 show support attracts attention, helps fund projects, supports creators, and create new worlds. And right now, we need that even more than ever. So please support Kickstarters if you can. Kickstarter for the Independent Creator, 2nd edition. We found out yesterday it has been updated on Kickstarter, so you can get the most current version on Amazon. It's a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding by Madeline Holly Rising, who we had on a program yesterday, Kickstarter Watchers Crowdfunding 201. And that was a pretty awesome thing, illustrated by Christy Shannon. We have nothing coming soon and nothing in previews because previews just took a giant shit on everyone.
Dead.
Giant shit. Now, I do want to give Varian the calm for a minute. Varian pointed something out that I think creators need to hear. And so if creators have gotten to the end, maybe he shouldn't be booked for this one, but it's going to be what it is. But no, he's got a good point about the Postal Service and possibly a future problem that you creators might be facing. So listen up, kids.
So if you're watching the news, the Postal Service said that it's a good chance that the Postal Service can get shut down in about 3 months. There's a good chance. I've heard that it could be a little bit sooner than 3 months, depending on how bad this virus starts to spread. We've already here in Michigan had 2 Detroit police officers pass away from what seems to be coronavirus. So I mean, it is starting to get to our responders and our essential workers. If the post office shuts down, you guys can best believe FedEx and UPS is going to shut down as well, and that's going to be problematic for people crowdfunding books, because then you won't have a way to get those books shipped out to your customers. So we all need to start thinking about that, talking about that, and planning for it as if it's gonna happen. Does that mean you bump up your project to get the book out and it ends up being crap? No, but I'm saying we need to start talking about it and start keeping it in the back of our heads that this may happen. Because remember, if that happens, customers are gonna have the right to ask for their money back. I feel they will. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna deny them? You're gonna pull I won't say his name, but you're gonna pull one of his, no, you're not getting the refund. No, absolutely not. So we need to start thinking about that. So talking about that amongst ourselves and as a industry, and then as a community.
So what do you guys think about that real quick? So I do have to get onto a panel in a few minutes. But are you worried if we get cut off from shipping? Because then that's all digital. Comics officially goes 100% digital at that point, because everything else is closing up on us fast.
I'm definitely worried, yeah. I mean, with our business is completely online. We don't have a brick and mortar anyway, so we strictly rely on Postal Service and everything. So it'll definitely hurt us. So we're trying to look into how to maximize before that happens and take advantage of what we can right now. But yeah, it's definitely going to be an issue.
And it's got to be an issue if you're in a state where you've got a mandatory lockdown. You're not going to be able to go to the post office. They're not going to have those open during that period. So this is Varian's bringing you guys some great advice you have to take seriously right now, that this could very well be a future problem for creators. And Luke, what's your plan? You're on Kickstarter right now. What happens? Do you send out an email?
We will cross that bridge the closer we get there. I am planning on getting everything that needs to be fulfilled printed ahead of time before all of this happens. I do all the shipping from my house, so I can print postage here. As long as those are still working, then as long as they're still delivering, I will be able to. I'll be able to take care of it. But we will work with our backers as best we can. And all the fans. And I know we're working the same thing with Starcross Comics, but we're trying to move a lot more digital for those sales. It's odd to think that, the whole country could shut down. I know that like people here in Florida, like the governor of Florida said, I'm not shutting down Florida, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing yet, but
there's not much more we can say about it today. This is something to be concerned about. This is something to worry about, but it's not, and it's something to even plan for, but it's not definite yet. We're only telling you to make the appropriate, appropriate arrangements.
Can I say one other thing before I know you got to go, but back in January, I've said this before. Back in January, I got notification that a couple of items that I had coming from China, or is it China now, right? that were coming. Were not the books, as well as some other stuff I ordered for IndieVolt, but some comics I had printed for Last Call Comics were not coming, and I was told optimistically the earliest they were going to start moving was late April. I let a lot of my creators know, people who had created books that I published, hey, here's what's going on. Other ones understood, some did not. They did not understand. They were upset with me. They did not understand how come I didn't get the books printed stateside. Well, because it was a monetary issue. It was cheaper to get them printed in China. Well, now some of those same creators are now understanding what's happened. Now it's our problem, and now they want, now they're asking for help. I can't believe this is happening. And when I tried to tell them back in January, to be prepared for this is happening, it wasn't their problem. Now, it is, and now they want, they're asking people, hey, buy my comic, please. I'm telling everybody right now, be concerned that if they shut down the postal service, that's a big deal. That's not something that I don't think has ever happened in our country, not for days at a time. I mean, I think they've canceled the post office or the postal service, maybe for 2 days because it was just,
Actually, I don't think the postal service ever, as an entirety, is shut down ever.
And like not a nationwide shutdown. Maybe like in your state, ain't no mail today, but
yeah, like even in September 11th, there were certain cities and certain states that weren't affected, still delivering mail.
Yeah. So be concerned. Start having the conversations now, so you're not caught with your pants down in April or
pre-buy tickets. Pre-buy tickets. Like if you have a backer and you want to ship it out, maybe send it out as soon as you get funded and take it out of your cash.
Yeah.
Your cash reserves. Get it out to your backers. Like go early, Luke. You added 7 days. You're gonna have to maybe go out of pocket. Not like Kickstarter funds hit you.
I'm prepared to. Yeah, I am prepared to do that. But yeah, it's absolutely going to come down to communicating with your fan base. I mean, if we're not doing that, keep them in the loop. And I don't think there's a case where talking to your supporters more is a bad thing. I think they want to hear from you. I think it separates that. It takes away the anonymity and the wall between the two of you, and it becomes more of a partnership, and a family than it does just, hey, I want your money.
And get tracking on those packages. Any package you send out, get tracking on them. That way, if they announce, hey, we're shutting down while your package is yet to reach a destination, you can at least let that person know your package is in your city, sitting in the mail room. Yeah. I can't do anything, Yeah. And here's why I'm not refunding your money, because it's on its way to you. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's say goodbye. We'll start with Varian before he forgets who he is.
Yeah. I'm Varian Grant. I went through that whole bottle.
Forgets who he is. See, hang out with me. My mom was right. I really did pick my dad going to drink.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Goodbye. My name is Varian Grant. You can find me on Twitter at kid_v. That's on Twitter. KYD is the way you spell kid, because it's yeah. I thought it was cool. Also, I'm the co-owner of Indie Vault. You can find me there. Last Call Comics. Find me on Facebook. I like to talk comics all day, every day. It's my business, and I'm not good at anything else. So, stuck.
Hey, my name is Luke Stone, and you can find me at www.lukestonestudios.com. I'm the writer and creator of Hybrids, The Sons of Gods, available at starcrosscomics.com. Also, right now, currently live for the 5th issue and the final issue of the first arc on Kickstarter. I don't know why my stuff is not featured on this. I want you guys to tell me about my video, Rob, honestly. But anyway, I digress. You can find me at Twitter. It's going to be Luke Stone Studio, no S on the end. And then on Facebook, it's Luke Stone Studios with an S at the end.
That's a good point, Luke. Where's your video?
I don't know. Why? You tell me.
That's a good question, because I told you to send it to me last time we talked, and you never did.
I did.
No, you didn't. Well, I'll get it up. We'll watch it on the way out. How's that? I'm going to make up for it.
There we go.
The last thing. And tell us who you are.
Phil Locklear on Facebook, Lockler. Actually, you can look up by Comics and More New Jersey as well, which is Comics, COMICSNMORENJ. And that is our link to our Instagram, to everything that we've got, basically YouTube, everything. So you can find us on there. Dealing in everything comics. Like I said, we do the jewelry. We also do wholesale and jewelry as well. So if you're interested in businesses or anything and have some logos, we can do that as well. Other than that, looking forward to being on the panel some more and talking some more comics with y'all and seeing what we got going.
Phil,
okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I gotta ask our boy Luke here. So you're on Kickstarter, right?
I am.
I wouldn't know that because I've been scrolling through your page for 5 minutes and I can't find anything about your Kickstarter.
He wanted to burn you.
It's because I share a lot of stuff, man.
Thing about your Kickstarter. Are you sure you're on Kickstarter right now?
I posted it today. I post more about my Kickstarter on my Twitter than my Facebook.
You probably
nothing. I'm telling
gonna
you,
lie.
hear it, man. I don't even see you on here.
I know what it is. What happened is that Luke has it set to important people, and what's happened is you're not in his important people tab. So
I got.
Hey, you're just not looking hard enough. It's right at the top.
Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to the top. All the way to the top. All the way to the top. Where is it?
I don't see it. I think that you've got the wrong settings. You've got.
I know. I'm not on the cool kid thing. Oh, he just put it. He did. He did. All right, here we go. As soon as the video is over, we're out, guys, because I do have to get to that panel. But this is Luke Stone, Hybrid, Sons of God, 1 through 5. He's taking us out of the program.
Be brutal, guys.
No, we don't have time. You got the whole video to play.
Tap. I'm just kidding.
As you can tell by the super exciting music that I have chosen, there's something you should be paying attention to. And that something is, I finished another comic. You might have heard of it. It's 23andMe meets Greek mythology, meets ancient conspiracy theories, meets Taken, meets rad superheroes, meets you clicking back this project. Hybrids number 5 is the exciting conclusion to the first arc of this series. Production is nearly complete, and by mid-April, these files will be going off to the printer. We should expect this thing to ship no later than early May. Not to mention, we have tons of extras like this book here. This is an exclusive mini-comic that's only available through the crowdfunding. You like stickers? Well, we're going to have plenty of those too, just like this holofoil sticker that you see right here. We're offering so many extras like this Hybrid's phone grip that you can only get through this campaign. Also, we've got this exclusive pin that's only available through this campaign. We're going to have exclusive covers, holofoil covers, special prints, digital wallpapers. We're even going to have one-of-a-kind art prints available right here, right now. So what are you waiting for? Be good to yourself and get yourself a copy of Hybrid, the Sons of Gods today.
Thanks for everyone showing up. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.